1726, a gunpowder magazine exploded on this store here, boom. This is why you cannot see the roofs on the island now, lucky child. That's why you have all this damage. It was too flat before. Yes. So slavery run for 400 years on this island and in Africa as well, lucky child. After a while, when James Somerset escaped a black man to be free in the plantation of Liverpool, and then Thomas Clarkson become to be a champion white man to say slavery had to stop in 1807. He was not succeeded and he was not recommended by the House of Parliament in the UK. He was supported with Graham Wilversab, you see. And then they stopped slavery in 1807. Slaves were here, 93 of them. They were asked, lucky child, to swim by their freedom. To go and touch that pole, they can, but nobody make it. They all drown in the river Gambia here. Here we face here was built as water cistern. This is what you call cistern tanks. It was wondering where could they have a fresh water on the island here. They built this, they have water from the rainfall water. These were all covered before with aluminium. Plus side, very nice. They got water from the rainfall. For 2 rain, 3 rain. They use that rain for purpose of their drinking and to wash their clothes and take shower. So this island was mainly built of torturing slaves. It's like taking their mind, stopping them rebellion against the white people. That's why they torture them here for 2 weeks. From here, they take them not directly to America, but they take them to Gore Island where they can access the mouth of Atlantic and then take them to America. Where we are entering is one of the dangerous prisons we have on the island here. You could imagine an unbelievable, I'm telling you a real story. 20 humans will stuff here, black people. They stand on their feet like that for 2 good weeks, 4 nights. You couldn't believe the chain we seen in the museum. That was the long chain where it was connected. That's where KUNTA was hung like that, the lucky child. KUNTA is brave. Let's say thank God to KUNTA KINTEH today. That's where the chain is from, my brother. That's where they hook KUNTA KINTEH like that. For 2 good weeks consecutively with 20 people. Believe me, this window were open specially. They drank their alcohol outside, the white people here. Enjoy our black people here, our forefathers. They throw food for them. It is like a survival of fittest. Believe me. They do everything, toilet and everything in this. You see, you could know that black people, they should thank God. We are very strong. Actually, this is why I always advise people, especially from diaspora, hey, care each other, love each other in Europe. Stop killing each other. Don't be enemies. Yes. Know your value. You are from Africa. You are the ancestors. These people taking their stolen children from Africa. Believe me. So they have to know their value, their integrity. In America, Europe, wherever they come from, let them care each other. It's the white people who make divide and rule from us. We hate each other. They come to Africa, loot our golds and diamonds, take them, make us busy in war. Where we are going is the back of the island. This is where you call the slave yard. This slave yard, if you come here, you will see why these stones are circled. You know why? They bring all the slaves out here. You see where we left the boat there? That is not the normal bridge. The original bridge was built here. You come, you will even see it with steel runways, like motorways built in England. It is still there. And here, let me show you here, for this is where they assemble all the slaves now. They take out all their clothes on their body, both women and children and men. Now this is where they do that branding you see in the museum. Oh. You could believe if they realize me and Lucky, we are from the same mother and father, or we are from the same family. They don't want we speak our language in Europe or in the Brazil or in the plantation. They take you to America, they take me to Europe and take my younger brother to Brazil. They divide and rule us. Divide and rule. This is why I tell you, these black people, they have to do DNA blood test to know where they come from. This is where the original bridge of the island was built before. You see, you still see the runways like the motorways in England. When the ship come from Senegal, the ship have to turn to that angle, and they will bring all the slaves here. They will line up them, put them on ship, and they say, last bye to Africa. They never come back again. So this is where the original bridge used to be. You see, touch it and feel it. This is, I say, thank God, the ancestors cannot make it, but the children of today has make it. You see. So this is why it's important to be here. We be as a flag bearer to give a powerful message. Our ancestors cannot make it, but we are here for them as a flag bearers. The stolen children from our diaspora are coming back today. So let's thank God. The trees you've seen, this is, many Gambians have to learn today, from today. These are not the original trees in the Gambia. They are not indigenous trees. They are all from a country called Madagascar. They are brought from Europeans here in this country here. Okay. You see, they can live for centuries. They are storage of trees. They are storage of water. You see, the roots, they grow about 100 feet deep in the ground. That's why when they fell down, they can still survive. And these are what you call white mangrove swamps. White mangrove swamps are different from the other mangrove swamps you see along the beach. White mangrove swamps survive from the fresh water. You see, when you cut them in their stem, you see a fresh water if you drink it.
The mangrove.
Yeah, that's why they are leaves. If you look the other mangroves around the beach, they are different. These leaves are more white. Those ones are fertile green. So those ones, you can use their leaves to make tie and dye batiks, you see. So this one, they store a rainwater in their stem. We call them a white mangrove swamps, you see. So you see this water, this island is getting smaller and smaller. If you look and observe all those things you see when the water moves, these are cannons lying down. The water is taking the island, believe me. So this island used to be very big at a time. So we are going to a place where one of the councillor of the island was living. They have about 8 members of the island, 33 writers and 32 slave castles on this island here. But in this middle part, no black was exactly living here. Yeah, we'll go there, you see. So this part here is one of the councillor room. You wouldn't imagine, think and conscious. Actually, you see, believe me, how could one councillor will be living in this bigger room like this? And whilst you put in 20 people in that prison because of the color. So the color is not important when you're talking about history. I believe we all have red blood in our veins. So it doesn't matter you are Jamaican, you are American, you are black. We are all children of God. Whenever you see an image of a black, you see an image of a white man. So here is where Andrew was buried. Andrew, who first landed on this island here, 1456, after his death here because of malaria, he was lying down here. They buried him. They call it Andrew Island. When the English people took the island 1661, because King James II, they changed the name and say James Island.
So I want to understand, like all this place, this building, nobody was living here. Andrew was the one occupied in here. This is why they said the governor room. All the black Africans were on the side of the island. When we climb on the tower there, you will see the 32 castles around the island where African ancestors were being stopped there, you see. So, but thank God, Michael Jackson on the 6th of February 2011, Jermaine Jackson, the brother, came here, who changed the name. That's why he passed that board there and said KUNTA KINTEH Island now. So we get a peace of mind. So here was used as an armory center. This is where they keep their food. This is where they keep their guns and everything. I wish you have someone in England, a friend, tell him or call him and said, visit the Liverpool Museum in England. You'll know the reason of it. A gunpowder exploded here and killed 11 white English soldiers of this sentry room. And the dead bodies of those white people were taken to the Liverpool Museum and they kept it in England. See how corrupt is the white people, because it's their history and their people, you see. So sometimes I used to bring a school
kids here on excursion like we're doing, and they do want to climb on the walls, and I'm advising them it's old now, so let them not climb. That's why I put danger in other places. Some boats were even spoiled, you know. And this place was used as a dining room. So this place was used as an administration center. Whenever they wake up every morning, they will bring all the slaves, assemble them here. If you don't want to go with their command or do a domestic work, they just take you in one of the prisons and keep you there. So this is why this administration center was used. There was a time, in fact, we passed a boat here, but the rain washed it all, you know. So this, you may see this is maybe the smallest cannon in the island here. It's the first cannon they have ever tested on the island and fire it and see the range and the powerful of the cannon on the island. This is why it has been small. It's the first cannon they have brought on the island here, and they fire it, you see. So it's one of the smallest cannon on the island, you see. An interesting thing on the island, you see, maybe you see that mark 717 on that. You see, baobabs are trees in the Gambia. They can survive for a long time. This cannon, one of the cannon was here before, but they fired the cannon and it caught one of the branch on that tree. And it fell down, it's still surviving. So they put the number of the cannon, 717 there, you see. So these trees are very, very important in the Gambia. They are storage of water. Even when you cut one of the branch, it fell down, they still survive, you see. So this is a place where we call the Tower of the Island. And this cannon was one of the powerful cannon they brought on this island. It's 20-ton cannons when you weigh. It's 750 meters when you fire it into the water, you see. So it is a very, very important place we are visiting now. And this is our last point of visiting on the island here. But if you look at this cannon, if you look on the history book, in fact, you will see the flag. When the English people are leaving this island, 1829, they abandonedly left this island and they went and captured Banjul. That's why Banjul was called Batos before in our history. It was named Batos after Batos, because they put their Union Jack flag here. This is a 20-ton cannon. When you weigh it, it's a 24-pounder cannon, you see. 750 meters, the range and powerful of the cannon when you fire it into the water. This is put here is to attack their enemies coming through the mouth of the river Gambia. When they see a ship come, they think it's a Spanish or any other enemies attacking, then they fire this cannon. This used to be not the original one. It used to be a wooden one before. It is the Tower of the Island. This is what gives a signal to the island at night to show the ships when they are passing. If you look at on this board, this is the whole situation of the island. You see, there are 33 soldiers on the island and 8 militaries, 13 writers and 20 artists on the island, and 32 castles, slave castles. These are the slave castles around the island where they put slaves on. But you see, we are telling you all this is like in the water. So this was the day they left the island, 1829, and they put their Union Jack flag here. And they went and captured Banjul, the city, and they call it Batos. You see, then one of the governors was ruling Georgetown. The British people named it Georgetown. And when they cased some slaves on that island there, they scattered. They call it Janjambure, Janjantale. You see, then yes, then when the English people come and the governor said Imankati, those slaves, because they cannot capture them, they have no choice. They said Imankati. That's what brings the name of Makati. That's why you have Janjambure, Makati, Georgetown. You see.